Welcome to this week's episode of the Digital Advisor Weekly. If you are a life insurance agent or financial advisor and you are looking to grow your business by leveraging the art of video, we're going to show you a 7-step process that you can use to scale a YouTube channel, grow subscribers, and grow your business. Stick around for this week's episode of the Digital Advisor Weekly. I'm Rob Souza with the Advisor Marketing Hub, and thanks to the collaboration of Sean Cannell with Think Media, we're going to share 7 steps that can help you scale your YouTube channel by leveraging the video that hopefully most of you have already created. So thank you for those who are joining us live. Feel free to add your comments into whatever platform that you're watching live from, and we'll be checking on those comments and trying to make sure we answer any questions or clarify any points as we go through this presentation today. But this can help just about anybody as long as you're willing to spend an hour a week. In the beginning, it may be 2 hours a week until you kind of get used to and perfect the process. But really important that you're committed to 1 to 2 hours a week of doing research, recording video, and publishing. There's no way around it. You've got to put in the time. In the beginning, it's not going to be the greatest, and you need to accept imperfection. That's okay. You just got to get started. Research training videos. You got to practice recording, and then we'll show you how to optimize and grow your channel by making sure that you're publishing on a regular basis. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. And so let's go ahead. And oh, that's not what we want. Here it is. There we go. All right. We're jumping right into the 7-step process. Try and make this as to the point as possible for you. Step 1 is replicate. What I mean by replicate, there's nothing new under the sun. They always say the greatest compliment is when somebody tries to mimic or copy your good idea. So number 1, you got to go out onto YouTube and you need to do a little bit of research and see what is working and what's not working in your field for your target audience. You've got to search videos that you think your target audience would be searching on YouTube and study the amount of what year was it produced, how long is it, what is the subject matter, and how many subscribers do they have, and start to try and pick up trends. You'll start to see a pattern of success on certain videos of your topic that solves a problem for your target audience. If you don't know who your top 10 competitors are that solve the same problem to the same niche market, go find them. That's the research side of it that I mentioned earlier, because you can't replicate something that you haven't researched. Find a successful competitor or multiple competitors and try and study what it is that has already worked for them. Why reinvent the wheel when people have already figured out the recipe? Okay, so number 2 in the 7-step process, we are going to replicate what we found that is working. So in the, and let's get to actual next slide, which is record. And once you replicate it, it's time to just practice recording. You don't have to necessarily go live. And how did we skip over to? And somehow I did. Let's see if we can actually find that The joys of going live. Okay, research. Not sure why that didn't come up. Don't we love going live while we're doing that? Again, if you have questions, go ahead and make sure you add it. Let's see if we can get this to come up this time. And this is a good point at which presentation to share with you guys. Hey, when you're first starting off, don't worry about mistakes that are made. They either can be edited out in PostScript and you can edit out things that go wrong. But, you know, it's actually okay when things do go wrong. Sometimes a dog barks or a baby cries or you can't get your slide presentation to replicate or show what we're trying. Oh, and it jumped right over it again. My goodness. All right, we're going to escape out of this. But two, you can see it. It's smaller on the screen. And sorry about that, guys, but it is research. And that's the kind of keyword research, analyze the different keywords and the actual search term that produces the type of video that you want to come up in the search results of YouTube. And if you follow the same search results, if the thread is how do I create an estate plan, or what's the best asset to minimize tax and safeguard wealth for the next generation, you got to start typing that into YouTube and see what comes up. It even will come up with suggestions to finish your sentence on your search. And if it's finishing your sentence, take some of those top phrases in YouTube, and that's the phrase or title you want to use because you've done your research and you understand that it's going to come up when somebody goes to look for your video. And good news, YouTube is promoting smaller channels with under 100 views and under 500 subscribers because they're trying to grow the audience, fan base, and draw people into YouTube that may not already be a subscriber to similar YouTube channels. Okay, so we are skipping over to 3 because I can't get 2 to show up. Not a problem. 3 is record. And a lot of people have no problem doing the research and replicating. But then the hard part is turning that camera on and practicing. And again, it may take 40 times for you to get comfortable getting in front of a camera and doing a recording. My encouragement is do a video, don't stop, do it all the way through. If you don't like it, then you can start over at the beginning. But if you stop 10 seconds into the video because you don't like the way you said something, then you're going to lose your momentum and you're going to get frustrated. Just keep going, finish the video, and then try it again. Keep your videos short. It's easier to get through a script. And I encourage you to try not to use a script if you can. Maybe your first 2 recordings may include a script, but you want to get off the script at some point in time because you want authenticity. You want to be able to look that viewer in the eye, and so that they know that you mean what you say. And if you have to read it, do you really believe it? Because if you haven't memorized what you're trying to teach, then how much of an expert really are you on this particular topic? Make sure, again, if you're using a teleprompter or a script, even here, I'm using an outline that I can follow to teach, but try and teach it from your gut. Make sure that you keep it as authentic as you possibly can. I'm just checking comments here. Keyword search, yes, it's super, super important. And there's certain tools. Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. And it makes it easier because you don't have to guess about what you're going to teach. Because if you just do the research, you'll figure out what the popular keywords are, and then you can build your outline off of that. There's software like vidIQ. We have a whole list of software suite that we can recommend to you at the end of this video. So great comment. Okay, so let's move on to step 4 of the process. And there we go. My 2 is going to be stubborn and doesn't want to show up, but that's okay. We're going to go to 4 to release, and that's hard to do too because people struggle with do I really want to post this online? Because if you've ever heard yourself in a video or in a recording, all of us, it's like cringe when you first hear your own voice. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice. Nobody likes watching their own videos because all the things we don't like about the way we present, the way we say things, maybe the way we stutter, it becomes self-conscious, and it will hold you back from pulling the trigger. And if you need somebody to help you, I encourage you to consider a VA. We have VA services, and we use VAs all the time because oftentimes I won't pull the trigger, but I know my team will, whether I like it or not, and they hold me accountable. So for those of you who are on my team, thank you for pushing me, giving me topics, doing research, helping me with this process, and pushing me to get on camera each week and share those ideas. So, okay. So in Release, we talk about you got to optimize your title, thumbnail, the description, tags, playlist. How do you do that? It goes back to research. Do your research. Again, there's a whole bank of software tools. I'm not going to mention them during this video. If you want them at the end of the video, need to optimize your thumbnails and descriptions and tags so that the algorithm of YouTube will pick up your video and suggest it to others. Okay. And so step 4, and again, there's software that will do all that for you, or just replicate somebody else's. Again, you can use AI, ChatGPT, and all of those things to help you rewrite Quillbot. Again, we have a whole software suite. We'll give you a list at the end of today's video, or show you how you can get that list. Once it's released, obviously what we want to do is teach you how to rank on YouTube. And there's a very specific algorithm that continually changes, most recently making it more accessible for new creators. And so you want to use some of these tools that can help you focus on triggering the YouTube algorithm to position you as a suggested channel or suggested video. So all of that is what created this video. The 7 steps were based on what I've learned, what's happening in YouTube and the new algorithm that's been released this year by Google, who owns YouTube. All right. Step 6, make sure that you review. And what do I mean by review? Go back and look at your statistics, because as you learn, you're going to learn from the feedback you get from comments. As I'm reading comments now, thank you, Anna, Judy. Yeah, identifying keywords, absolutely, Judy. Software tools have absolutely, Sheila, you couldn't be more right. Software tools have completely changed the game because beginners can create polished, well-titled, good keyword and description, optimized for a YouTube algorithm for a very beginner who has no idea what they're doing. Or you could just hire a VA that has access to these tools and do it for you. And then all you got to do is let your VA do the research, and then you do the recording. They can even give you a mind map or script or outline to help you with that video content. But please make sure you, most importantly, get in front of the camera and record. All right, so make sure you review, figure out which video formats are working best for you. Sometimes it's video reels, sometimes it's not. You're going to have to decide which length of videos is working best for you and your channel, getting more likes, getting more subscriptions, and then obviously views. So repeat the videos that are working and get away from the videos that aren't. That's part of the review. And then repeat. And well, I got to get rid of the comment. There we go. Don't forget, and I want to get rid of the banner as well so you guys can see number 7, and that is repeat. Continuously apply the system over and over again. You want to recycle this 7-step system, except actually include number 2 that I didn't include, and that was research, replicate, and it's in the wrong order. But 7, repeat the process on a consistent basis. Start with once a week, same day, same time. Make it a routine, repeat the process, and replicate your own videos that seem to be trending better than any of your other videos. And you also, in repeating the process, can use certain softwares to create smaller version snippets and teasers of one video. You can turn one video that has done well, and there are softwares where you can create 20 additional pieces of video that are snippets of the one video you created. And now you've created 20 pieces of content, and you want to repeat that for the successful videos and stay away from the videos that are struggling to get views on YouTube. You also can disseminate the videos throughout your social channels. Don't forget that as you increase your ranking, invite people through email to watch your video. You can post your YouTube videos on all social channels, and it's not limited to the week that you post the video. You can come back 30 days later and you can send out teasers of a video you did a month ago, 3 months ago, because all of a sudden you're starting to notice after 6 months, one video is taking off. Go back, recycle that video, grab clips, draw them to the larger video, put it on social media, and keep repeating that process to accelerate the videos that are really working. So making sure that you review and repeat, super important if you want to increase ranking as I work backwards in our list. So that's the 7 steps, trying to give it to you as succinctly as possible. I talked about our software stack that we use to make all this happen. It's a click of a button and we get snippets, we get mind maps, we get ideas, we get analysis of successful videos, suggested titles, suggested descriptions. All of it can come from the software stack that we use. I'd be happy to share that list with you for absolutely free. If you're interested, you just need to schedule a 15-minute call, schedulewithrob.com, and let me know what your specific needs are, because I don't just want to send you a random list of 25 different favorite softwares when half of them may not apply to your situation. So if you'd like to tell me, hey, here's what I'm really trying to accomplish, what softwares would you recommend for this particular challenge I'm having? I can go ahead and put together a customized list with descriptions on the software tools that I think you should use that make it easy, solve the challenges that you're having, and help you scale your YouTube channel so you're reaching a bigger audience. And hopefully that helps. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for the Digital Advisor Weekly.